My name's Hugh van Cuylenburg and I'm the founding director of the Resilience Project. The Resilience Project is a program for schools, for corporate groups, for sporting clubs, and the whole idea is to provide people with really positive mental health strategies. The Resilience Project started really off the back of a trip that I had to India, where I went and lived in a school community, and I remember meeting these kids who had, there's no running water in the community, there's no electricity, there's no beds, everyone sleeps on the dirt floor, but they were just the happiest kids. And I couldn't help but think about my little sister Georgia, who has battled for quite a long time with mental illness, and I was wondering, how is it that a girl who's got everything, like so many of us here in Australia, finds it so hard to be happy, yet these kids living out on the street just never stop smiling. So I came back to Melbourne and became, I suppose, quite fascinated in the topic of wellbeing and mental health, and went back and studied the observations that I made from this community over in India and put it together into a program which, as I said, was meant to be for primary school kids initially, but it's really ballooned out now into the wider community, which is really exciting. So mental wellbeing in a workplace is really, really important. We know that when people are struggling through traumatic events, or maybe they're experiencing a mental illness, that it's harder to focus, it's harder to be enthusiastic, it's often harder to be present. When you're someone who's committed to being more focused, being more energetic, being more present, you really are making yourself a more valuable team member. We all have different, we all sit somewhere differently on the mental health spectrum. Some people are struggling, some people are in a good place. The important thing is that we're always working on it, because the more we improve our mental health, the more we improve our ability to function in the workplace in an efficient and collaborative way. We have 3 key strategies that we recommend. Number 1 is gratitude, number 2 empathy, number 3 mindfulness. Really nice acronym in GEM if you're trying to remember them. Gratitude, to practice gratitude, at the end of the day you just record 3 things that went well for you during the day. It's as simple as that. That makes sure that you are someone who's better at scanning the world for the positives rather than being seduced by the negatives. That improves your wellbeing significantly. So that's our first strategy. Number 2, empathy. Empathy is when you feel what someone else feels. The more empathetic you are, the more likely you are to act in a kind way. And the neuroscience behind kindness is amazing. You do kind things for other people, your brain releases a hormone called oxytocin, and it makes you feel good. We know what it's like to be in the workplace, high pressure, deadlines, all that kind of stuff. But when you have a focus around doing things for other people, it's a really, really good way of relieving the tension on yourself and actually being someone who's looking out for other people. That's our second key strategy. And the third one is mindfulness. People hear a lot about mindfulness these days. It's the ability to be present and the ability to be calm. Those 2 things in the workplace are huge. There are many different ways to practice mindfulness. There are so many apps out there that we would recommend to practice meditation. Meditation is a great way to practice mindfulness. We have one in the Resilience Project. There's some fantastic ones like Insight Timer, like Headspace, like Calm, all apps you can download. Put your headphones in. Maybe you could try 5 minutes during the day. If you find yourself being a little bit stressed at the workplace, find a quiet space, headphones in, press play.